Hey there, coin collectors. Welcome back to AZ Coins News. First up, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian coins, focusing on one intriguing piece, the 1968 Australia 5-cent coin. If you have one with those mysterious brown spots and it's in fine condition, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure. Could it fetch big bucks in today's collector market? Let's find out. The 1968 Australian 5-cent coin is a remarkable piece of history. First minted in 1966, after Australia transitioned to decimal currency, the 5-cent coin has always featured the iconic echidna on one side and Queen Elizabeth II on the other. In 1968, over 28 million 5-cent coins were produced at the Royal Australian Mint. While this might sound like a lot, the value of a coin depends on several factors, and this specific year has its unique appeal. So, why is the 1968 Australia 5-cent coin catching the attention of collectors? It's not just its age, after all it's over 50 years old, but also its condition, rarity, and even imperfections. Coins with brown spots, known as toning or oxidation marks, often intrigue collectors. These spots occur due to chemical reactions over time, and while some might see them as flaws, others view them as part of the coin's unique story. When evaluating a coin's value, condition is king. Grading ranges from poor to mint state. For today's discussion, we're focusing on coins in fine condition, showing clear details but with visible wear. Even with brown spots, a coin in fine condition holds significant appeal for collectors seeking specific characteristics from that mint year. Now let's talk dollars. As of today, a 1968 Australian 5-cent coin in fine condition with brown spots can fetch anywhere from $98,000 or more, depending on the buyer. Why such a range? Demand plays a huge role. Some collectors focus on filling gaps in their collections, while others hunt for unique features like toning. The coin's market value is influenced by its scarcity and the story it tells. Thinking of selling or buying one? Here are some tips. Websites, Gumtree, and coin forums are hotspots for trading. Coin shops often appraise coins and might offer instant cash. Professional grading can authenticate your coin's value and condition, which is especially important for high-value pieces. Beware of counterfeits and altered coins. Although the 5-cent coin is less commonly faked, some sellers might artificially add toning to mimic natural oxidation. Always verify the coin's authenticity before buying. So, is your 1968 Australian 5-cent coin with brown spots a jackpot? But it could still bring in a tidy sum, especially if you market it right. And if you're a collector, it's a fantastic addition to any collection, telling a unique story of history and time. Next up, we're diving into an extraordinary piece of numismatic history, the 1964 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. But this isn't just any Jefferson nickel. This one is a stunning antique with unique coloring, making it a true collector's treasure. If you're ready to explore its value and the story behind it, stick around till the end of this video. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic Monticello home on the reverse. The year 1964 was significant for these nickels, as the U.S. Mint produced over 1 billion of them due to the coin shortage during that era. This makes finding a unique 1964 nickel like this one even more incredible. On the obverse, we see Jefferson's profile, beautifully detailed despite its fine condition. But what truly stands out here is the unusual brown patina on the surface. This discoloration may be the result of oxidation or exposure to certain environmental elements over the decades, giving the coin a rich, antique appearance. Now, flipping to the reverse side, we're greeted with the iconic Monticello design. But what makes this coin truly special is the mesmerizing combination of green and brown shades. These colors aren't common for nickels and suggest that this piece may have been exposed to specific conditions or even buried for some time before being rediscovered. It's a natural art piece created by time itself. Collectors love coins with unique patinas like this. These natural colorations add character and make each piece one of a kind. Combined with the coin's historical value and the D mint mark for Denver, this nickel becomes even more desirable. Now let's talk value. A 1964 with D Jefferson nickel in fine condition this particular coin isn't standard. Its antique appearance, unique shading, and overall rarity can elevate its value significantly. In today's collector market, a 1964 with D nickel with such distinct features could fetch anywhere $174,000 or more, depending on the buyer. Coins with unique aesthetics like this often appeal to niche collectors, especially those looking for antique or naturally toned pieces. So, what makes this Monticello Jefferson nickel stand out in the world of coin collecting? The brown and green patina makes it a visual masterpiece. Historical context. 1964 was a pivotal year for U.S. coinage due to the coin shortage. Collector appeal. This isn't just a coin, it's a story captured in metal, and collectors love unique stories. Antique coins like this 1964 with D Jefferson nickel are not just valuable, they're a window into history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious enthusiast, finding a coin with such unique features is a reminder of why numismatics is so exciting. Who knows? Maybe you'll discover a similar treasure in your collection. Next up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Australian coinage, focusing on one particular gem, the 1978 Australian 10-cent coin with a rare brown shade. Could this coin sitting in your collection be worth more than you think? Stick around to find out. The Australian 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 as part of the decimal currency system. It features the iconic image of a lyre bird on the reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin, a renowned sculptor and artist. The obverse side bears the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen. In 1978, the Royal Australian Mint minted millions of 10-cent coins, making it a common year for this denomination. However, what makes some of these coins stand out and highly valuable is their unique brown discoloration. Coins typically develop unique colors due to environmental factors. The 1978 Australia 10-cent coin with a brownish hue is the result of a chemical reaction on the coin's surface, often caused by oxidation or improper storage over decades. This distinct shade has intrigued collectors worldwide, making it a sought-leader anomaly. Condition plays a crucial role in determining the value of any coin. A coin in very fine condition, like our brown shade 1978 Australia 10-cent piece, shows light wear on the raised areas, but retains much of its original detail and appeal. Collectors and numismatists use grading scales to assess a coin's quality, ranging from poor to mint state. For our featured coin, its rarity and the distinctive discoloration further enhance its appeal, even in very fine condition. To the big question: how much is this coin worth today? The collector's market for rare Australian coins has seen significant growth, driven by increased interest and online trading platforms. As of today, a 1978 Australian 10-cent coin with a noticeable brown shade in very fine condition can fetch $83,000, depending on demand and buyer interest. Coins in better grades or with more pronounced discoloration can command even higher prices at auctions. Here are some tips to maximize the value of your 1978 Australia 10-cent coin or any collectible coin. Never clean a coin, as this can significantly reduce its value. Use coin holders or albums to prevent further oxidation. For rare finds like this one, a professional grading service can authenticate its rarity and condition. Keep an eye on auction sites or dedicated numismatic platforms to understand current trends. With these strategies, you can ensure your coin retains or even increases its value over time. So, there you have it. The fascinating story of the 1978 Australian 10-cent coin with a rare brown shade. If you have one of these coins, it might just be your ticket to a small fortune. Next up, we're diving into a piece of Australian numismatic history, the 1990 Australia 5-cent coin. If you've ever come across one of these, stick around, because we're about to uncover why this tiny coin could hold immense value in today's collector market. The 1990 Australia 5-cent coin was part of Australia's decimal coinage system. Introduced in 1966, the 5-cent piece was made from a nickel grass alloy. This alloy gave the coin its signature silver shine and distinct yellowish gold appearance. The Royal Australian Mint produced millions of these coins, ensuring that they circulated widely across the country. The design of the 1990 Australia 5-cent coin features an iconic image of a wattle flower, Australia's national floral emblem. The coin's reverse side showcases the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a hallmark of Australian and British numismatic heritage. While the design remains consistent with other 5-cent coins of the same era, what truly sets the 1990 edition apart is its pristine condition and silver shine. In 1990, these 5-cent coins were made using a process that resulted in a brilliant silver shine. This shine is due to the unique properties of nickel grass alloy, which is less prone to tarnish compared to other metals. Unlike later versions, the 1990 Australia 5-cent coin remains remarkably well preserved, retaining its original luster. Over the years, most circulated coins lose their shine, making these coins highly sought after by collectors. As with most collectible coins, the value of the 1990 Australia 5-cent piece hinges on its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. While millions of these coins were produced, only a small fraction has survived in excellent condition. Coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, those with minimal wear and full silver shine, are especially coveted. The key feature of the 1990 coin is its vibrant luster, which collectors prize highly. Today, a 1990 Australia 5-cent coin in extremely fine condition can command a premium price on the collector market. While circulated versions fetch a modest price, those graded as mint state, meaning they've never been used, can bring anywhere $62,000. Collecting coins isn't just about their face value. It's about preserving history, art, and the thrill of the hunt. Coins like the 1990 5-cent piece hold a special place in Australia's numismatic legacy. Coins are like windows into the past. Each one tells a story, offering a glimpse into Australia's rich heritage. The 1990 Australia 5-cent coin is a perfect example of how seemingly small items can have big stories and even bigger value. So, how can you identify a 1990 Australia 5-cent coin in excellent condition? Look for sharp details, minimal wear, and that distinctive silver shine. Coins that grade as extremely fine or uncirculated are what collectors are after. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, always be on the lookout for coins in top-notch condition. You might just uncover a hidden gem. So, if you have a 1990 Australia 5-cent coin tucked away, it might be worth more than you think. With its timeless design and enduring value, this coin continues to shine brightly in the world of collectors. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating and potentially valuable coin that could be hiding in your pocket change or coin collection. The 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. Stick around to find out why this coin is catching the eye of collectors today, its potential value, and what makes it so unique. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this 5-cent piece features an iconic image of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side and his historic home, Monticello, on the reverse side. But today, we're zeroing in on a very specific year and variety, the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. So, what makes the 1964 Jefferson nickel special? First, let's talk about the no mint mark feature. Coins struck in Philadelphia before 1980 typically didn't have a mint mark, so this isn't an error. However, the year 1964 saw an unusually high mintage. Over 1 billion nickels were produced that year. Despite this, specific coins in exceptional condition, such as those graded very fine or higher, can fetch a premium today. On the obverse side, we have Thomas Jefferson's portrait, beautifully detailed, especially in coins that haven't seen much circulation. Collectors pay close attention to the sharpness of the design, the condition of Jefferson's hair, and the overall luster of the coin. Now, you might have heard about the term black wave when describing some 1964 Jefferson nickels. This refers to a dark patina or discoloration that can appear on older coins due to oxidation or environmental exposure. While this feature doesn't always add value, it does give the coin a distinct and intriguing look. Collectors might find such coins appealing for their uniqueness. When we talk about condition, the grading scale becomes crucial. A very fine coin shows moderate wear but retains all major details, especially on Jefferson's face and Monticello on the reverse. For a 1964 nickel, the higher the grade, the higher its value in today's collector market. Coins graded as MS-65 or higher can sell for significantly more. Now, let's talk dollars. The 1964 Jefferson nickels are worth value highest. Coins in very fine condition can be worth $147,000, and, however, high-grade coins, especially those with unique features like strong luster or minimal wear, can fetch $152,000 or even more at auctions. If you think you have a valuable 1964 Jefferson nickel, here's what to do. Examine it under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Check for sharp details and minimal wear. Store your coin in a protective holder to prevent further damage. Consider getting it professionally graded by services. Jefferson nickels are a fantastic starting point for new collectors. They're widely available, rich in history, and some varieties can be quite valuable. The 1964 nickel, with its unique traits, is a perfect example of how even common coins can surprise you. Who knows, that old nickel in your change jar might just be a hidden gem. Next up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting to explore the 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny in extremely fine condition and its surprising value in today's collector market. The 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny is one of the most commonly circulated coins in the United States. This iconic penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. First introduced in 1959 to replace the wheat penny design, the Lincoln Memorial penny remained in circulation until 2008. But what makes the 1980 version without a mint mark so interesting to collectors today? Coins without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't start using mint marks until 2017. This means that a 1980 penny without a mint mark is not an error, but rather standard for the time. Collectors and dealers classify coins based on their condition, which significantly impacts their value. The term extremely fine refers to a coin that has very slight wear on the highest points of the design. These coins have most of their original detail intact, making them highly desirable for collectors. An extremely fine 1980 Lincoln penny will have sharp details in Lincoln's face, crisp edges on the memorial building, and only minor signs of wear. Such coins are relatively rare compared to those in poor condition, especially since pennies are often heavily used in everyday transactions. While the 1980 Lincoln penny is not inherently rare, collectors seek them for several reasons. The 1980s marked the height of copper penny production before the switch to zinc-based pennies in 1982. An extremely fine coin from this year stands out due to its preserved quality. As coin collecting grows in popularity, even common coins in excellent condition can fetch a premium price. Now, the question on everyone's mind, how much is a 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny in extremely fine condition worth today? $91,000. The collector market tells a different story. As of now, these pennies can sell for anywhere from $95,000 for standard examples in extremely fine condition. However, if the coin is graded professionally by a service and receives a high grade, its value could climb even higher. If you think you have a 1980 penny that might be valuable, here's how to evaluate it. Look for minimal wear and sharp details. Some 1980 pennies have known errors, like off-center strikes or double dies, which can increase their value significantly. Sending your coin to a professional grading service can provide an official assessment and increase its marketability. Even if your 1980 penny worth thousands, it's still a fascinating piece of history. For beginner collectors, coins like these are a great way to start building a collection without breaking the bank. And who knows, that penny in your pocket change might just turn out to be a hidden gem. So, the next time you come across a 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny, don't overlook it. Next up, we're diving into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of numismatics, the 1982 Australian 5-cent coin with mysterious black dots. Could this small, seemingly ordinary coin hold a big value in the collector's market? Let's find out. Hello, fellow coin enthusiasts. If you've been following the numismatic world, you might have heard whispers about a peculiar version of the 1982 Australian 5-cent coin featuring unusual black dots. These coins, in very fine condition, have started gaining attention from collectors worldwide. But why? What makes them so special? And most importantly, how much are they worth today? Stick around and we'll unravel this mystery together. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The Australian 5-cent coin was introduced in 1966, featuring a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side and an echidna on the other. The 1982 version is no exception. But the ones with black dots? That's where things get interesting. These dots are believed to have been caused by a unique minting or environmental issue. Some experts speculate they might be due to a chemical reaction or impurities in the metal. Others believe it could be a post-mint anomaly. To understand its significance, I spoke with a seasoned numismatist. According to them, black dots on a coin could either be a flaw that devalues it or a rarity that skyrockets its worth. For the 1982 Australia 5-cent coin, it seems to lean toward the latter, especially if the coin is in very fine condition or better. Collectors are drawn to coins with unique features. If these black dots are consistent across a batch of 1982 coins, they might be considered a minting error, which adds to their collectible value. If they're random, that rarity could still attract niche buyers. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. While the average 1982 Australian 5-cent coin might fetch $70,000, those with black dots have been reported to sell for significantly more. Recent auctions and private sales show prices ranging $72,000 for coins in very fine condition, with pristine examples possibly reaching higher. So, why the high demand? It's all about rarity and intrigue. Coins with anomalies often tell a story, and collectors love a good mystery. Plus, with the growing popularity of numismatics as a hobby, unusual coins like these are becoming even more desirable. Think you might have one of these coins? Here's what to do. Inspect the coin carefully, look for the black dots, and ensure they aren't dirt or post-mint damage. Check the overall condition. Very fine coins have minor wear but retain most of their details. Get the coin appraised by a professional or listed on reputable auction platforms. And remember, high-quality photos can make a big difference when selling online. Have you come across a 1982 Australian 5-cent coin with black dots? Or do you own other rare coins? Share your stories in the comments below. Next up, we're diving into a true classic, an iconic piece of American coinage that has collectors buzzing. That's right, we're talking about the 1963 with D. Jefferson nickel, an incredible coin that could be hiding in your collection or pocket change with surprising value in today's collector market. The Jefferson nickel is one of the most recognizable coins in U.S. history, first introduced in 1938. It features the portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, designed by Felix Schlag, and Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate, on the reverse side. But today we're focusing on a unique piece from 1963, minted in Denver. So, why is the 1963 with D. Jefferson nickel so special? What makes it stand out in the world of numismatics? And how much could this coin be worth in today's market? Stick around as we break it all down. Let's start with the basics. The 1963 with D. Jefferson nickel was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark found on the reverse side, right next to Monticello. These nickels were struck in large quantities, with over 276 million produced that year. However, not all coins are created equal, and condition plays a huge role in their value. On the obverse side, you'll see Thomas Jefferson's profile. This particular coin has a likely due to natural oxidation or exposure to environmental factors over the decades. On the reverse side, Monticello displays a unique giving. This coin a distinctive two-tone appearance. Coins with such toning or discoloration can actually enhance their appeal to certain collectors, making them stand out in a sea of standard nickels. When it comes to coins, condition is king. Grading ranges from poor to perfect mint state. A 1963 with D. Jefferson nickel in fine condition, like the one we're discussing, typically falls in the middle of the scale. While it's not uncirculated, the coin's details remain sharp and well-defined. A fine condition coin shows slight wear but maintains clear features, such as Jefferson's face and the details of Monticello. This particular coin's black and golden gray shades add an intriguing touch for collectors seeking unique specimens. Now let's talk dollars. The value of a 1963 with D. Jefferson nickel depends on its condition, rarity, and eye appeal. A standard circulated coin might fetch $150,000, but one in fine condition with unique toning can command $156,000 or more in the collector market. However, if you've got a pristine 1963 with D nickel graded MS65 or higher, you're looking at $160,000 and even more for exceptional examples with certified grading. The coin market thrives on rarity, beauty, and demand, so even small differences can make a big impact. If you're lucky enough to own a 1963 with D. Jefferson nickel, here are some tips to maximize its value. Avoid cleaning your coin, as this can lower its value. Use a coin holder or a soft case for storage. If you believe your coin is in excellent condition, consider professional grading from services. Check recent auction prices and online marketplaces to get a sense of what collectors are paying. The black and golden gray toning on this coin can be a major selling point, so make sure to showcase it when listing or displaying your coin. To wrap things up, the 1963 with D. Jefferson nickel is a true gem in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your journey, this coin is a wonderful piece of history that could be worth far more than its face value. Who knows? That little nickel in your pocket could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Check your coins and share your finds in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Next up, I'm super excited to talk about a coin that's not only a unique piece of Australian numismatic history, but also has a fascinating story behind its value in the modern collector's market. The Australia 20 cents 1974 light brown shade coin. If you're new here and love coins as much as we do, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future content. Now, let's dive into one of the most interesting and unique finds in the coin world, the Australia 20 cents 1974 light brown shade. Let's start by setting the stage. The 1974 Australia 20 cents coin was part of the standard Australian 20 cent series that was first issued in 1966. This coin, like the others in the series, features the iconic Australian coat of arms, which includes a kangaroo and an emu on one side. But here's where things get interesting. The 1974 issue is famous for its distinctive light brown shade of bronze used in its production, which is different from the more typical dark bronze color you'll find in other coins. Coins are produced in huge quantities and typically the color remains consistent. However, in 1974, a slight variation in the minting process resulted in some coins being struck with a unique light brown or reddish-brown hue. This is not something that was planned, and as you can imagine, that makes these coins highly sought after by collectors. So why does the light brown shade matter in the world of coin collecting? Well, it all comes down to rarity and the concept of mint errors. This particular shade variation is considered an anomaly, making these coins stand out from the rest of the 1974 Australia 20-cent pieces. In the world of coin collecting, minting errors or unique features like this can dramatically affect a coin's value. In fact, this light brown shade is so rare that only a handful of these coins have been found, and they are often separated from standard 1974 Australia 20-cent coins by collectors and dealers. As you can imagine, rarity directly impacts the demand for these coins, and when demand is high and supply is low, you have a perfect formula for an increase in market value. Now, let's talk about condition. We all know that in coin collecting, the condition of the coin plays a massive role in determining its value. The term very fine condition means that the coin is in really good shape, the details of the design are sharp, and there are no significant scratches or wear marks. This is the ideal condition for any coin. And when a unique coin like the 1974 Australia 20-cent light brown shade is found in this condition, it can make a huge difference in its value. In fact, a light brown 1974 coin in very fine condition can command a premium price over others in worse condition. The coin's surface is smooth with minimal abrasions, and you can clearly see the intricate details of the design. A coin that's in good condition not only looks better, but it also shows its age more gracefully, which appeals to collectors who appreciate the history behind these pieces. So let's get to the million-dollar question. How much is this coin worth today in the collector's market? If you were to find a 1974 Australia 20-cent coin in a standard circulated condition, it might be worth around $180,000. However, if you find one of these light brown shade coins in a very fine or even mint condition, the value skyrockets. In today's market, depending on the exact condition and the current demand from collectors, a light brown shade 1974 Australia 20-cent coin in very fine condition could fetch anywhere from $93,000. It's the work of the Australian naturalist Harry Duck. It's important to note that the value can fluctuate based on the rarity of the coin being put up for sale at any given moment, and certain auctions or dealers may offer higher prices if there's a bidding war or a collector who's particularly interested. Additionally, coins with exceptional provenance, such as being part of a famous collection or coming from a notable seller, can command even higher prices. Now, you might be wondering why collectors are so drawn to this particular coin. The answer lies in the rarity and the uniqueness of the piece. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare finds that are difficult to obtain. And when it comes to the 1974 light brown shade coin, it ticks all the boxes. It's rare, it's visually striking, and it's a piece of Australian history that reflects the quirks of the minting process. Another factor that makes these coins highly collectible is the fact that Australia has such a rich and diverse history in coinage. The country's numismatic landscape is full of coins with interesting backstories and variations, and the 1974 light brown 20-cent coin is a perfect example of how a small change in production can lead to big rewards for collectors. If you think you may have one of these valuable coins, it's important to know how to identify the light brown shade. The best way to spot it is to look at the color of the coin. A standard 1974 Australia 20-cent coin will have a darker, typical bronze tone, whereas the light brown shade coin will appear with a noticeably lighter and sometimes reddish-brown hue. You'll also want to check the condition closely. As mentioned earlier, a coin in very fine condition will have clear design details without much wear. It's also worth mentioning that you should always verify the authenticity of the coin before making any purchase or sale. especially if you're looking at a higher-end piece. So, what do you think? The Australia 20 cents 1974 light brown shade coin is a stunning example of how a small minting variation can make a world of difference in the collector's market. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, this is one coin you won't want to overlook. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to uncover the hidden value behind this spring green and brown layered coin. Stay tuned, because collectors are paying surprising amounts for this seemingly ordinary penny. The 1976 Lincoln Memorial penny was minted during a historic time in the United States. It marked the bicentennial of American independence, a year of celebration and patriotism across the nation. While the penny itself didn't feature any special design to commemorate the occasion, its date alone makes it a piece of history. This coin was struck without a mint mark in Philadelphia, which was common practice for pennies produced there. The lack of a mint mark adds to its authenticity as a Philadelphia minted coin. But what makes it so special today, especially in poor condition? Let's find out. The Lincoln Memorial penny design was first introduced in 1959 to replace the wheat penny design. The front, or obverse, features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. But here's where things get interesting for collectors. The coin's unique characteristics, such as its spring green and brown layers, which result from environmental exposure and oxidation over time, give it a distinct look. This is common for coins left in circulation for decades, especially in less than ideal conditions. You might be wondering, why would a collector want a penny in poor condition? Isn't the value supposed to be in pristine coins? Not necessarily. Coins with unique toning, like the green and brown layers you see on this 1976 penny, can catch the eye of collectors who love the natural aging process of coins. These imperfections make each piece unique, turning them into miniature works of art. Plus, 1976 pennies in poor condition can have errors or anomalies that only become visible after years of wear and tear. Double dies, off-center strikes, and unusual surface textures can all increase a coin's desirability. Now let's talk about the big question: how much is this 1976 penny worth in today's collector market? In most cases, a heavily circulated 1976 penny without a mint mark is worth its $122,000. However, if your penny has unique characteristics such as unusual toning, rare errors, or an interesting backstory, it could fetch anywhere $126,000 or more at auction. For example, coins with rare die errors, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes, have sold for, if you've got a 1976 penny with green and brown tones, it might be worth checking with a professional appraiser or listing it on a coin auction site. Thinking of diving into the world of coin collecting? Here are a few tips. Use a magnifying glass to spot any rare errors or details. Don't clean your coins. Cleaning can strip away the natural toning and lower the value. Check online marketplaces and auction sites to get a sense of what similar coins are selling for. If you think you've got something special, consult a professional coin grader or appraiser. Remember, even a coin in poor condition can have hidden value, especially if it tells a story or has unique features. So there you have it, the story of the 1976 Lincoln Memorial penny. Whether it's a sentimental keepsake, this little coin holds a big piece of American history. Don't forget to check your change jars and drawers. You might have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Next up, we're diving into an exceptional find. A 1977 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, known for its striking silver shine and remarkable value in the collector market today. If you have one of these coins lying around, you might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. So, let's explore its history, unique features, and current market value. The Jefferson nickel series has been a staple of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1938, replacing the buffalo nickel. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the obverse features a left-facing portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his iconic Virginia estate, Monticello. This design has remained a classic, though it has undergone some minor changes over the decades. The 1977 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which, at that time, did not use a mint mark for its coins. While this isn't unusual, what sets this particular coin apart is its silver-like appearance. Normally, Jefferson nickels are composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving them a duller metallic sheen. But some coins, like this one, exhibit an extraordinary silver shine, possibly due to special minting conditions or enhanced preservation techniques. Additionally, the coin we're discussing is in very fine condition, which means its details are well preserved, with only light wear visible on the high points. This condition greatly influences its market value. Speaking of market value, now let's talk about the big question: how much is this coin worth in today's collector market? In very fine condition, a standard 1977 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark typically sells for $129,000. However, coins with unique features, like a brilliant silver shine or proof-like finish, are incredibly sought after. These can fetch anywhere $142,000 from casual collectors. But here's where it gets exciting. If the silver shine indicates a potential rare error or special minting process, the value can skyrocket. Rare error coins, especially those authenticated by professional grading services, have been known to sell for $150,000 or more, depending on the demand and rarity of the feature. If you believe you have a valuable 1977 Jefferson nickel, here's what you should do. Check for sharpness in Jefferson's portrait, the Monticello details, and the absence of a mint mark. Unusual features like doubling, off-center strikes, or a silver-like shine can significantly increase the coin's value. This adds credibility and increases its marketability. Remember, condition is key. Even a small scratch can affect the value, so handle your coin with care. The 1977 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is a fascinating piece for collectors, not just because of its historical significance, but also due to its potential for hidden rarity. Coins like this remind us that even everyday change can hold treasures worth far more than their face value. Whether it's the silver-like shine or the pristine, very fine condition, this coin represents a unique story that appeals to numismatists worldwide. What do you think about the 1977 Monticello Jefferson nickel? Have you come across one with a stunning silver shine? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're a collector, remember to always keep an eye out for these hidden gems. Next up, we dive deep into the fascinating story of the 1975 Australian 50-cent coin, specifically one with brown waves in fine condition, and explore its surprising value in the collector's market today. The 1975 Australian 50-cent coin is an iconic piece of Australian history. This coin was minted at a time when decimal currency was still relatively new in Australia, having replaced the old pounds, shillings, and pence system in 1966. The 50-cent coin had undergone some changes by the time 1975 rolled around, transitioning from a round silver coin in 1966 to the familiar dodecagonal or 12-sided design in 1969. Designed by Stuart Devlin, a renowned Australian artist, the coin features the Australian coat of arms on the reverse side. This includes the kangaroo and emu, two animals unique to Australia, standing proudly on either side of a shield that represents the country's 6 states. So, why is the 1975 Australia 50-cent coin gaining so much attention in today's collector market? One reason is its scarcity in high-grade conditions. Although millions were minted, not many have survived in fine or better condition, making it a sought leader piece for enthusiasts. But there's another detail that has caught collectors' eyes: the appearance of brown waves. This term refers to a unique patina or toning effect that sometimes develops on the coin due to oxidation or environmental exposure over time. The brown waves give the coin a distinct, almost artistic appearance, making it stand out from standard examples. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. When we talk about a coin in fine condition, we're referring to a coin that shows some signs of wear, but still retains most of its major details. For the 1975 Australia 50-cent coin, this means the kangaroo, emu, and shield are clearly visible, and the edges of the coin are still defined. A coin in fine condition might not be as pristine as one in uncirculated or mint condition, but it still holds significant value, especially when it comes to rare or unique variations like those with the brown waves. Now let's talk about the exciting part, the value of the 1975 Australian 50-cent coin in today's collector market. A standard 1975 Australia 50-cent coin in average condition might only fetch $100. However, coins in fine condition with unique characteristics like the brown waves can command much higher prices. Recently, collectors have been willing to pay anywhere from $97,000 for these coins at auctions and online marketplaces. Coins in exceptional condition, especially those with an attractive patina, can even surpass these figures. If you think you have a 1975 Australia 50-cent coin, here's how to determine its value. First, examine its condition under good lighting. Look for wear on the design elements, scratches, and of course, the brown wave effect. Once you've assessed its condition, consider getting it professionally graded. This can significantly increase its value in the market. After that, you can list it on collector forums, auction sites, or even take it to a coin dealer. For collectors, the 1975 Australia 50-cent coin is a fascinating piece to add to your collection. Whether you're drawn to its historical significance, unique design, or the rare brown wave patina, this coin is a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. Could you be holding a hidden gem in your hands? Check your old coin collections and start exploring. Who knows, your 1975 Australian 50-cent coin might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Good luck to you, my friends. Next up, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in the collector market, the 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark, particularly those with green and red patina. Is it just a penny, or could it be a hidden gem worth big dollars? Stick around to find out. Let's start with the basics. The 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny is a part of the iconic Lincoln Cent series, introduced in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1980, the design featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, which had been in use since 1959. Now, if your penny from 1980 doesn't have a mint mark, it means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But what makes this penny stand out in today's market isn't just its origin, it's the unique patina and its condition. So, what's the deal with the green and red patina? Over time, copper coins can develop these vibrant colors due to oxidation and exposure to environmental elements like moisture, air, or certain chemicals, sometimes copper reacting with oxygen and forming copper carbonate or other compounds. It comes from the natural oxidation process, but can also be enhanced by specific storage conditions. This combination of colors makes each penny unique, almost like a miniature work of art. Collectors love this natural aging process because it gives the coin character and tells a story. Condition is key when evaluating a coin's value. A coin in fine condition shows moderate wear but retains all major design details. For a 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny, this means Lincoln's facial features and hair details are visible but slightly worn. The memorial on the reverse side is still well defined with all pillars distinguishable. Minimal scratches or dings on the coin's surface. Combine fine condition with a striking green and red patina, and you've got a highly desirable collector's item. Now let's talk dollars. How much is this penny worth today? In the collector market, the value of a 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark can range widely, depending on condition and patina. A standard penny in fine condition might fetch $85,000. However, a penny with a stunning green and red patina can sell for $90,000 more, depending on how vibrant and unique the colors are. The growing interest in toned coins has driven up demand, especially for coins with natural, eye-catching patinas, like this one. If you have a 1980 penny and want to know if it's valuable, here's what you should do. Look for unique green and red coloration. Use a magnifying glass to spot fine details. And wear. Authentic 1980 pennies should weigh about 3.11 grams. If you're unsure, take your coin to a certified coin dealer for an evaluation. Remember, not every 1980 penny will be a jackpot, but unique features like patina and excellent condition can add significant value. Before we wrap up, here are some tips for anyone interested in collecting or selling these pennies. Use coin holders or albums to prevent further oxidation. Keep an eye on auction sites to understand current market trends. Join coin clubs or online forums to learn more about what's hot in the market. And remember, patience pays off. Sometimes the right buyer will pay a premium for a coin that truly stands out. So, the 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark might just be a small piece of copper to some, but to collectors, it can be a hidden treasure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your coin journey, always keep an eye out for these fascinating pieces of history. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian coins, and we have something truly special on our hands. A 1967 Australian 20-cent coin in its rare grey shade. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about what makes certain coins more valuable than others, you're in the right place. Now you might be thinking, what makes the 1967 Australia 20-cent so special? Well, let's rewind a bit. In 1966, Australia introduced a new series of decimal coins, moving away from the old imperial system. The 20-cent coin, however, holds a unique position in numismatic history for a very specific reason: its design and color variation. First, let's talk about the 1967 Australian 20-cent coin. The design you're familiar with is the original one, featuring the Australian coat of arms including the kangaroo and emu. However, in 1967, a specific batch of these coins was struck with a rare grey or grayish tone, which is not found in most 20-cent coins of that era. Unlike the typical mint luster that's present on most coins of the era, these gray-shade 20-cent coins exhibit a unique and somewhat muted hue. This color variation is a result of a particular batch of coins being struck in 1967, and it has intrigued collectors for decades. Now, let's get into the really exciting part: the value. If you've got your hands on a 1967 gray-shade 20-cent coin in very fine condition, you might just be sitting on a real treasure. While these coins were originally minted for circulation, the ones that have survived the test of time, especially in this rare shade, have grown increasingly valuable. But how much are they worth today? As of recent estimates, a 1967 Australia 20-cent coin in very fine condition could be valued anywhere $96,000. This is for coins that have maintained their condition with minimal wear and tear. But the real jackpot comes when you find a coin that is in extremely fine or uncirculated condition. These can fetch upwards of $98,000 in today's market. So, why does the gray shade make such a difference? Well, coins with distinctive variations like this one are highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of the grayish hue and its historical significance to the minting process play a huge role in driving up demand. Even though the coin was initially intended as a rare variant, this unique flaw, or perhaps feature, has only enhanced its collector's value. The grey shade 1967 Australia 20-cent coin is a classic example of how imperfections in coin production can turn into highly valuable collector items. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for coins that stand out from the rest, whether it's due to a minting error, design flaw, or color variation. This 1967 coin, with its grayish tone, is one of those unique pieces. The value is just based on its rarity, but also the story it tells about Australian minting history. It's also worth noting that the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in its valuation. A very fine coin will have clear features, though it might show some wear like minor scratches or smoothing of details. However, the key is to make sure that the features, especially the date and the coat of arms, are still clearly visible. Additionally, the edge of the 1967 Australian 20-cent coin has a distinctive milled serration. This feature was common among Australian decimal coins, providing an extra layer of authenticity when identifying genuine pieces from counterfeits or reproduction. If you've stumbled upon a 1967 grey shade 20-cent coin, you're certainly not alone. Many collectors have managed to acquire them through auctions, dealers, or even by going through their change over the years. But what's even more remarkable is the sheer fact that these coins were never designed with rarity in mind, yet today they've become one of the most fascinating pieces in the world of Australian numismatics. So there you have it, the 1967 Australian 20-cent coin in its rare grey shade. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of numismatics, this coin is definitely worth keeping an eye on. Its rarity, historical context, and increasing value make it a must-have for any serious Australian coin collector. Next up, we've got something really special to discuss, the Australian 50-cent coin from 1983. With a light gray shade, and why this specific version is attracting major attention in the collector's market. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, this particular coin could be worth more than you think. Let's take a step back and talk about this fascinating coin. The 1983 Australia 50-cent coin is one of the most well-known and widely circulated coins in Australia. It was minted as part of the Australian decimal currency series, which replaced the old pound system. The 50-cent coin itself has been in circulation since 1966, and since then it has gone through several design changes and variations. On the obverse side of the coin, we have the iconic design of Queen Elizabeth II, created by artist Raphael Maklouf. The design has become synonymous with Australian coinage, but today we're focusing on the reverse side, the design of the Australian coat of arms, which was crafted by famous engraver Stuart Devlin. What sets this specific 1983 Australia 50-cent coin apart from the rest is its unique light grey shade. While it may seem subtle at first, this color variation can make all the difference when it comes to its value. Coin collectors often seek out coins with certain hues or tones because they reflect rare minting conditions or natural aging processes. Coins like this light gray shaded 1983 Australia 50 device are rarer and as a result more desirable for collectors. The color is usually the result of a specific combination of factors, such as slight oxidation, the alloy mixture, or perhaps how the coin was stored. And in the world of numismatics, such small details can cause significant variations in a coin's market value. So, what does this mean for the coin's value? Well, when it comes to coins like this, rarity and condition are two of the most important factors. In very fine condition, the 1983 Australian 50-cent with a light grey shade could fetch anywhere $92,000, depending on the market and demand. But don't just take our word for it, prices can fluctuate over time, as more collectors take notice. Over the past few years, the market for rare Australian coins has seen a significant rise. And with coins like the 1983 light grey 50 Mignano, Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that have unique characteristics, like this one. Now, you might be wondering, how can you get your hands on one of these coins? Well, the good news is that there are many online auction platforms, coin dealers, and collectors shows where these coins are sold. If you're in the market for one, or if you think you might have one in your collection, it's definitely worth doing some research and getting it evaluated. Now, let's talk about how to identify this unique light gray shade on the 1983 Australia 50-cent coin. First, take a good look at the overall color of the coin. The light gray variant often appears duller than regular coins, with a distinct matte finish. While this might be hard to detect without good lighting, it's often apparent when compared to a typical 50-cent piece from the same year. Also, inspect the edge of the coin. Coins with the light gray tone may show subtle signs of wear or oxidation. If the coin has been well preserved and kept in a controlled environment, it can maintain its unique shade, which is what makes it so valuable in the eyes of a collector. Look closely at the details on the reverse side. If the color and texture are consistent across the coin and match the description of the light gray shade, you've likely found a gem. And if you're not sure, taking the coin to a certified numismatist or appraiser can help you verify its authenticity and condition. So, why does this coin matter? Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting your journey, understanding the value of rare and unique coins can be a fascinating way to dive deeper into the world of numismatics. The 1983 Australia 50-cent with a light gray shade is a great example of how small details can have a massive impact on the market, and it could be a valuable addition to any collection. Who knows, that change jar sitting at home might be hiding a rare treasure just waiting to be discovered. And even if you're just starting to build your collection, always keep an eye out for unique coins with subtle variations. Because in this world of collecting, sometimes the smallest details bring the biggest reward. Next up, we're diving into a coin that's captured the attention of collectors across the globe, the 1981 Australia 20-cent coin. If you're into numismatics or just curious about the world of rare coins, you're in the right place. Stay tuned to discover why this coin, in very fine condition, could be worth a surprising amount of money today. Hey everyone, it's Anne. Today we're going to take a deep dive into one of Australia's most iconic 20-cent pieces, the 1981 edition. But not just any 1981 Australia 20-cent coin. We're talking about the ones in very fine condition, a grade that commands a lot of attention in the numismatic world. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin might just be hiding in your collection, ready to make a big impact on your wallet. Let's get into the details. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1981 coin was struck by the Royal Australian Mint, and it has a fascinating history behind it. The coin features an image of an Australian marsupial, the Australian coat of arms, which is symbolic of the country's wildlife and heritage. Now, as you can see, the 1981 Australia 20-cent coin is made of cupra-nickel, which gives it a shiny, durable finish that makes it stand out among other Australian coins. It has a diameter of 28.52 mm and weighs 11.3 grams. These are the physical specifications, but what really matters when it comes to value is its condition, rarity, and how it's been cared for over the years. When we talk about coin condition, we're referring to something called coin grading. This helps determine the coin's quality and, in turn, its market value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect, with various in-between levels. The 1981 Australia 20-cent coin in very fine condition falls just below extremely fine, but still shows a lot of detail. You'll notice the lettering and imagery remain well dissified, with minimal wear. The shine will still be visible, but perhaps as reflective as a coin in mint condition. Coins that are graded as very fine typically show little to no significant wear on the high points, like the edges or the center of the design. The more well-preserved your 1981 Australia 20-cent coin is, the higher its value. A coin like this, with minimal scratches or dents, can fetch a very competitive price in the market. So, what's the big deal about the 1,981 Australia 20-something? Well, let's take a closer look at its current market value. As of today, the value of a 1,981 Australia 20 coin in very fine condition can range $73,000, depending on demand and the specific market you're selling in. But what about higher grade coins, you ask? Coins in excellent or uncirculated condition can fetch even more. We're talking upwards of $76,000 or more if the coin is flawless and has been certified by a professional grading service, and if you happen to have a 1,981 Australia 20-cent coin in pristine gem condition with a unique flaw or error, the value could go through the roof. Coins like these are highly sought after by both investors and collectors, and the rarity of a particular coin in certain conditions can significantly affect its price. The 1,981 Australia 20-cent coin is part of a series that's been popular in the Australian numismatic market for decades. And as fewer of these coins remain in pristine condition, the demand has steadily increased. Many collectors are eager to find one of these coins to complete their sets. So, how do you know if your 1,981 Australia 20-cent coin is worth money? First off, check the condition. If it's in very fine condition, you're looking at a decent return if you decide to sell. But don't just take my word for it, get your coins appraised, especially if you think you might have one in better condition. If you're really serious about selling, it's a good idea to have your coin certified by a professional grading service. Grading services assign a numerical grade to your coin, which can help boost its marketability. Coins with high grades often fetch a premium when sold at auction or through dealers. Another tip for collectors is to keep your coins well preserved. Avoid cleaning them with harsh chemicals or abrasive materials, as that can reduce their value. Store them in protective cases to maintain their condition. A little bit of TLC can go a long way in preserving both the beauty and value of your coins. While the 1,981 Australia 20-cent coin is definitely a standout, Australia has a rich history of producing collectible coins. If you're interested in other valuable Australian coins, let me know in the comments, and I'd be happy to dive into other pieces that could add value to your collection. So there you have it, folks. The 1,981 Australia 20-cent coin in very fine condition is definitely one to keep an eye on. Whether you're a seasoned collector or new to the hobby, this coin holds a solid spot in the collector's market and could be worth more than you think. If you've got one in your collection, don't forget to check its condition and consider having it appraised. Remember, the world of coins is full of hidden treasures, so keep looking, keep collecting, and who knows what other valuable pieces you might uncover. Next up, we're diving deep into a fascinating topic, the 1,975 Lincoln Memorial penny, especially one with a black spot, and exploring its value on the collector market today. If you have this coin or just find it interesting, you won't want to miss out on this information. So, let's jump right in. Now, many people overlook the 1,975 penny, thinking it's just another common coin. But when we start digging deeper, particularly when it comes to rarer conditions like this one with a black spot, things can get a lot more interesting. In this video, we're going to talk about what makes this penny so special, the significance of its condition, and how much it's worth today on the collector market. Let's break it down. First, let's take a quick look at the history behind the 1,975 Lincoln Memorial penny. This penny was struck to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It's part of a long-running series of pennies featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that's been in place since 1959. As you can see, the reverse features a detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial, which was designed by Frank Gasparro. The obverse side, of course, shows a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The 1,975 penny was produced in a time when coins were still predominantly copper, before the shift to copper-plated zinc pennies in 1982. Now, you might be asking, what makes this specific 1,975 pennies so valuable? Well, generally speaking, most 1,975 pennies aren't worth more than their face value, especially if they're in typical circulated condition. But the value can skyrocket depending on certain factors, like the coin's overall condition, any unique imperfections, and its rarity. Let's focus on this coin's most distinctive feature, the black spot. This is a form of a blemish, and while it might not look like much to the untrained eye, for coin collectors, even minor imperfections can sometimes add to the intrigue, especially if they make a coin unique or rare in some way. Black spots on coins, including this 1,975 penny, are often the result of corrosion, environmental exposure, or even an error during the minting process. These marks can form when the coin is exposed to elements like moisture or certain chemicals. In some cases, these black spots can even make the coin more appealing to a specific group of collectors who specialize in error coins or coins with unique patinas. While it may seem like a flaw to the average person, some collectors might actually seek out coins with such imperfections because they're not as commonly found. This makes the coin more desirable to certain niche markets within the numismatic community. Another factor that contributes to the value of the 1,975 Lincoln Memorial penny is its condition. This one here is in what we would call very fine condition. But what does that mean exactly? Coin grading is a system used by professionals to determine the quality and wear of a coin. Very fine falls around a 20 to 30 grade on this scale, meaning that the coin has visible wear but still retains sharp detail, especially on the Lincoln Memorial and the Portrait of Lincoln. Coins in very fine condition typically have a good level of detail but will show some signs of wear, like flattened areas or slight loss of luster. The fact that this 1,975 penny is in very fine condition, coupled with the unique black spot, makes it more interesting to collectors even though it isn't pristine. So, how much is this 1,975 penny with a black spot really worth? To answer that question, we need to consider the current collector market. In general, a 1,975 Lincoln Memorial penny in very fine condition can fetch anywhere $1,334,000. However, when you add a unique feature like the black spot, the value can increase, especially if there's a market of collectors specifically seeking out coins with similar characteristics. In some cases, a coin with an unusual mark or corrosion could sell for anywhere $140,000 or even more, depending on the buyer. If the coin were in an even rarer condition or had an exceptional provenance, it could potentially be worth even more. We've seen similar 1,975 pennies with noticeable imperfections go for a few dollars at auction, while those in pristine condition without any black spots can fetch up to $147,000 or so in the right market. But it's important to note that a coin like this one with a black spot is very niche. Collectors who specialize in coins with unique blemishes or environmental damage might be willing to pay a premium, especially if they think the black spot is part of a rare pattern or minting error. So, what should you do if you find a 1,975 penny like this in your collection or in your pocket change? Well, first of all, make sure to carefully assess its condition. If you think your penny might be valuable, you can take it to a professional coin grader or get a second opinion from a coin dealer. To sell your coin, you could look for a reputable coin dealer, participate in a coin auction, or even try selling it online through platforms or specialized coin marketplaces. Be sure to include clear, high-quality images and a full description of the coin's features, especially any imperfections, like the black spot. You may find a buyer who's specifically interested in coins with those characteristics. You may estimate the value of the coin's instrument or put it on sale to use people who may calculate damages. So there you have it. While the 1,975 Lincoln Memorial penny might be the rarest coin in your collection, its unique characteristics like the black spot can make it more valuable to the right collector. Always remember, In the world of coin collecting, condition, rarity, and even those little imperfections can make all the difference. Keep an eye on your change, and you might have a hidden gem. Next up, we're diving deep into a fascinating topic that could just make you look at your coin jar a little differently, especially if you have a 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel. We'll discuss its value, condition, and why this specific coin could be worth much more than you think. So let's get into it. Now, first things first. If you're new to the world of coin collecting, you might be wondering, what makes the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1976 so special? This coin was struck to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Thomas Jefferson's birth. And as you can see, it features a portrait of Jefferson himself on the obverse. But what many don't know is that certain variations of this coin can be worth far more than their face value of 5 cents. So let's break it down. Now for the key features to keep an eye out for. Today we're specifically talking about a 1976 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. This is important because mint marks can give us clues about where and how the coin was produced. The 1976 nickel without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. It's one of the more common coins from that year, but don't let that fool you. Condition is everything in the world of numismatics. Take a look at this one right here, a 1976 Jefferson nickel in what we call very fine condition. It's got some wear on it, sure, but the details of Jefferson's face are still fairly sharp, and Monticello's design on the reverse remains clear and visible. You'll notice a light brown tint to this coin, which is typical of nickels that have aged over the years. This color, along with its distinct lack of heavy scratches or corrosion, makes it stand out in the collector market. So why is this specific 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel worth more than just 5 cents? The key lies in its rarity and condition. While millions of these coins were minted, very few remain in a higher grade, like very fine or higher. As with all collectible coins, the less wear and tear, the more valuable it becomes. A coin in fine or very fine condition shows good detail but may have light surface wear. And slight fading, it's still well above average. In the collector market today, a 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel in very fine condition could fetch $158,000, depending on its exact quality and the buyer's interest. It's not exactly a jackpot coin, but hey, it's still several times its face value. Of course, if the coin were in mint or uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a much higher price tag, sometimes even upwards of $162,000. Let's compare that to a coin in worse condition. If the nickel shows heavy wear, corrosion, or discoloration, its value will drop significantly, possibly just a few cents. So, always check your coin carefully for signs of damage. But condition isn't everything. You also want to consider factors like rarity and demand in the market. While the 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel isn't rare per se, finding one in excellent condition or with certain unique features can make it stand out to collectors. And in the world of numismatics, even small differences can make a huge impact on value. If you're a collector, you know that proper care is key. If you come across one of these 1976 nickels in your collection, be sure to handle it with care and always store your coins in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight or moisture. Also, remember that grading is essential when determining a coin's true value. The higher the grade, the more it can fetch on the open market. There are various grading systems out there, like the 70-point scale from the Professional Coin Grading Service, which helps collectors accurately determine a coin's grade and market value. So let's quickly recap everything we've covered today. The 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel is part of a series celebrating Thomas Jefferson's 200th birthday. A version without a mint mark, minted in Philadelphia, is common, but can still be valuable in the right condition. In very fine condition, a 1976 Jefferson nickel can be worth $170,000, though it can be worth more if it's in mint or uncirculated condition. The coin's light brown color and wear are typical for its age, but avoid coins with heavy damage if you're looking to make a solid investment. Take good care of your coins and always consider professional grading for an accurate market value. Now, if you find one of these 1,976 Jefferson nickels, you might not be walking away with a fortune, but you could still have a nice little piece of American history that's worth holding on to. Plus, the thrill of finding a valuable coin is something every collector knows well. That's all for today's deep dive into the 1,976 Monticello Jefferson nickel. Have you come across one of these coins in your collection? Or perhaps you're thinking about starting your own? Next up, we're going to talk about a truly unique and intriguing coin that has been gaining a lot of attention in the collector's market, the United Kingdom 2 pence from 1,989. But this isn't just any ordinary 2 pence coin. Oh no, this one has something special. Spring green spots. So grab your magnifying glasses and let's take a closer look at what makes this coin stand out and why it could be worth a lot more than you think. First off, let's talk about the basics of the 2 pence coin itself. This coin was first introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalization of the British currency. The obverse features the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen, and this version was minted in 1989. The reverse, like all 2 pence coins, displays the image of a segment of the design representing a rose, leek, shamrock, and thistle, the emblem of the United Kingdom's 4 nations. Now, what sets this particular 1989 coin apart is a phenomenon that collectors and numismatists have been buzzing about: the spring green spots on the obverse side. These green spots, which appear to be corrosion or verdigris, are not something you'll see on every coin of this year. They're actually a result of a rare reaction between the metal alloys in the coin and environmental factors, particularly exposure to moisture and chemicals in the air over time. The greenish tint is similar to the verdigris that forms on copper, and it gives the coin a unique, almost mystical appearance. Collectors often describe these spring green spots as a natural patina, and they make the coin stand out visually. These green spots can appear in different intensities and patterns, making each affected coin unique, like a fingerprint. The rarity and unpredictability of this phenomenon add significant value to the coin. Next, let's talk about the condition of the coin. This particular coin we're discussing today is in very fine condition, which is a critical factor when determining its market value. For a coin to be classified as very fine, it needs to have clear details, such as the portrait of the Queen and the design on the reverse being distinct. There might be slight signs of wear, but the coin retains most of its sharpness and luster. Given that this 1,989 UK 2 pence is in very fine condition and features the rare spring green spots, it adds a whole new layer of desirability for collectors. Coins with unique patinas or rare defects, especially when in excellent condition, can see their value rise substantially. So how much can this unique 1,989 UK 2 pence coin with spring green spots be worth in today's collector's market? Well, coins with environmental anomalies like these are always fascinating for collectors, and they can be worth quite a bit more than standard versions of the same coin. A typical 1,989 UK 2 pence coin in very fine condition without any green spots would generally be worth $52,000. However, once you introduce those distinctive spring green spots, the coin's value can jump significantly, sometimes reaching up to $63,000 or more, depending on the intensity of the spots and the overall condition. If you're lucky enough to have one of these in your collection, you could potentially see your coin sell for even higher in specialized auction houses or to collectors who are particularly keen on such unique pieces. But why does a coin like this command such a high price, even though it might not be considered rare in terms of mintage? Well, collectors love coins with an interesting story or something out of the ordinary. Coins with unique characteristics like unusual patinas or minting errors are highly sought after because they represent a piece of history. Plus, because of their rarity, they can't easily be found in circulation, making them all the more valuable. Spring green spots or verdigris on coins are not something you can predict, so every affected coin is unique. It adds a level of mystery and excitement that appeals to collectors looking for that one-of-a-kind item. So, there you have it. The United Kingdom 2-pence coin from 1989 with those stunning spring green spots is more than just a piece of currency. It's a collector's dream. Its rarity, coupled with its very fine condition, makes it an excellent addition to any collection, and it could fetch a good price on the market today. If you have one of these in your collection, it might just be time to get it appraised, or even put it up for auction. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating and rare coin, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1964, specifically one with a dark gray patina in very fine condition. Not only is this coin visually unique, but it also holds significant value in the collector market today, especially with its particular characteristics. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel, let's quickly go over some background information. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and it's one of the most iconic coins in American numismatics. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, while the reverse showcases Monticello, his famous Virginia home. In 1964, the design of the Jefferson nickel was still in place, and it was struck in 75% copper and 25% nickel. However, what makes the coin we're discussing today so special isn't just its age or historical significance. It's the dark gray patina that covers it. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is a dark gray patina, and why does it make this coin so interesting? A patina is a thin layer that forms on the surface of a coin due to oxidation over time, and it's typically considered a sign of age or exposure to the elements. For coins like 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel, this patina forms naturally after years of handling, storage, and exposure to the atmosphere. A dark gray patina specifically indicates that the coin had undergone a particular type of oxidation, one that's not too aggressive, but enough to give the coin a distinctive and often coveted look. This type of patina is considered desirable among collectors because it adds to the coin's aesthetic appeal and shows its unique journey through time. When you find a coin with this kind of patina, it often tells a story of the environment it's been in, making it more intriguing and valuable to collectors who appreciate history and character. Now let's talk about the condition of the coin. This is another critical factor in determining its value. The term very fine is a grade used in numismatics, and it's part of the coin grading system that helps collectors and dealers assess a coin's quality. In a very fine condition, the coin will show noticeable wear, but the details of the design, especially the inscriptions, will still be clearly visible. For the Monticello Jefferson nickel, you'll see well-defined facial features on Thomas Jefferson and a clear image of Monticello. However, there may be light scratches or marks, and some of the finer details, like hair strands or window features on Monticello, may have worn down slightly. A very fine coin is a great middle ground for collectors. It's not pristine, but it's also far from being heavily worn or damaged. When combined with a dark gray patina, this condition creates an interesting and attractive visual contrast, further enhancing the coin's appeal to collectors. So, how much is this 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a dark gray patina really worth today? Let's break it down. In general, a 1964 Jefferson nickel in very fine condition with no mint mark will usually be worth anywhere $153,000 in typical market conditions. However, the value of a coin can significantly increase depending on its specific characteristics. Here's where the dark gray patina comes in. Patina can boost the coin's value in the collector market, as many collectors are drawn to the unique look and historical significance of such coins. While this specific 1964 nickel is not considered a rare date in and of itself, the distinctive appearance of a dark gray patina can make it worth significantly more to collectors seeking coins with interesting visual appeal or unique histories. In fact, depending on the extent of the patina and the overall desirability to collectors, this coin could fetch anywhere $167,000, or even more for coins in exceptional, very fine condition or with particularly interesting or rare patinas. Moreover, if the coin has been well preserved and hasn't been cleaned or altered in any way, it might see an even higher demand, especially if it's offered in a specialized auction or to a collector with a particular interest in patinated coins. If you're fortunate enough to have a Monticello Jefferson nickel 1964 with this unique dark gray patina, you'll want to take good care of it. While the patina gives the coin its character, improper handling or cleaning can drastically reduce its value. So there you have it, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel. Especially one with a dark gray patina in very fine condition is a unique coin that carries both historical significance and a significant appeal to collectors. Whether you're new to collecting or already have a few pieces in your collection, this particular coin could prove to be a valuable asset. Keep an eye out for it at coin shops, online auctions, or through dealers, as its market value continues to rise among those who appreciate its beauty and uniqueness. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coins and exploring the intriguing 1975 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark. Could this common coin in your pocket change be worth big bucks? Let's find out. The 1975 Lincoln Memorial penny is one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. Produced during a time of major inflation and economic transition, it remains a staple in many coin collections. But here's the twist. If you have one without a mint mark, it might be worth more than just 1 cent. The penny dough. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1975 Lincoln penny features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. This coin was struck primarily in 2 locations, Philadelphia and Denver. However, Philadelphia pennies from this era don't have a mint mark, which often causes confusion for collectors. Now, let's discuss the unique details collectors look for. A 1975 penny in fine condition with distinct red spots or black shading might catch a collector's eye. These discolorations, caused by oxidation or environmental exposure, give the coin character. In some cases, they can increase its appeal, especially if the rest of the coin is well preserved. Condition is key. A fine condition coin means it shows slight wear but retains most of its details, especially on Lincoln's hair and the steps of the memorial. Compare that to a heavily worn penny where the details are almost gone. Big difference, right? Collectors often grade coins on a scale from poor to mint state. A fine condition 1975 penny would fall somewhere in the middle, typically around fine 12 to very fine 30. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. So, what's the market like today? A standard 1975 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, in average circulated condition, is usually $117,000. But if it's in fine condition, its value can increase to $120,000 depending on collector demand. However, rare errors or pristine examples can fetch higher prices. Speaking of rare finds, keep an eye out for error coins. Some 1975 pennies exhibit errors like double die obverses or off-center strikes. These can significantly boost the value. Now let's address a common question. Is it worth holding on to these pennies? Absolutely. Even if your 1975 penny isn't worth much today, coin collecting is all about patience. Who knows? The value could rise in the future. History has shown us that certain coins gain value over time as collectors become more interested. The 1975 penny might make you a millionaire, but it's still a fascinating piece of U.S. history. So, the next time you come across a 1975 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark, take a closer look. Whether it's the red spots, black shading, or even an error, you might have a hidden gem in your hands. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos. Drop a comment below if you found a cool coin recently or have questions about your collection. Until next time, happy hunting and keep collecting.